That moment, that moment when I start up a stream and I've not even got the headset on. Just give me a sec. I took it off before so I could run downstairs. So we're getting everything set back up. Let's just open chat here, and then we'll turn everything on and away we go. And I need to find my my hands. There we go. Okay. So we're back. And I know it's a Kingdom Hearts level. I just finished up another stream. I'm going to be jumping into the world where I normally go into for VR drawing. And then we'll go over the details for New Home and what I want to try and accomplish. Oh. Right, normally this loads, like, Studio Ghibli stuff, I think it is. There we go. I was not going to be dealing with that, primarily because of issues. So instead, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to try and load up YouTube. What I want to do... Hey, Ryan. What I want to do is load up YouTube and then see if I can... load up the bit where I've got the pacifist run. There we go. I got the pacifist run, and then we go to share link, copy link. Now that link's copied, I can like come off here. Let's exit there and make sure that I've got OBS on. Oh, okay. So we're gonna be going through New Home here. I'm gonna be trying to draw it a little bit, but we're going to go off reference, and I'm going to give you my ideas as well. We're going to need to lower this. This is somebody else's playthrough, obviously, so... Okay. So we're going to do a whiteboard thing again, where we draw everything. And then I'm going to go over, like, details and things. Because it's a good way of me keeping track of everything. And I think for this... Try to figure out a good avatar that I can use for drawing. I think Underplayer, the classic one, is going to be good. Hey, there we go. It was either that or Reaper Kara, so it was like, oh, okay. Let's take this. So what we're going to do is we're going to start, I think, maybe either on this board or over here. Over here might be the easiest. So what we've got for the New Home map is we have... Oh, kill on it. There we go. We have this area here. Oh. Dude, seriously, I've not drawn in VR in ages. It's nuts. So you have that, and then it goes up like this. Over here we have the lift, so we'll just do like a lift door there. Symbolize the lift. We can just put lift here. Oh. People might already be like, dude, what's going on? Why are you just drawing like all of this way? But it's so I've got everything in one place. So you got save star. See who else is coming in here. Last time you're playing Muffet's area. Yeah, I did that. I did a bit of Waterfall, but Waterfall I actually didn't succeed with because I started drawing it and then like 20 minutes in, it just all vanished. So I was like, so hopefully this will go better. So we do an overview of, oh crap, we do an overview of the world first, so we know what it looks like, and then we try and draw the exterior. Right, so we've got up here, and it just goes a long way away. So we got... Oh crap, that's come out there. I need... I need the rubber, or the eraser. whatever you want to call it. Love this view, by the way. I can't wait to try and emulate that. Boop. There we go, like this. I just realized it's still away from the... There we go, that's close. So close to the board, it's crazy. So we got that, and then we got that here. This comes out and goes that way. And then we got the view over here. So we got the other lift here. Or elevator, whatever you want to call it. Lift lifts you up. Elevator elevates you up. So either way, it's the same thing. We'll put that there, right? And then we got this massive walk across the top where we can oversee everything. Come on now. That's a pretty long way. And then we go into the next room and we go up, right? So what we're looking at is something that goes probably... Oh. It doesn't have to be straight, but as close as possible. Right? So about there. That looks good. Try and see if I can... drawing this in VR is crazy with the controls. It's about that, roughly. Hey, horses! No, people are like, is he formulating a football play? Hey, horses, nice to see you. So we go up here. It's going to be cool when I show you what I have in my head in a moment. That's going to be an awkward one there. This goes up roughly the same amount. And then into New Home. As in, like, where Asgore lives now, currently. So we go up. And that's going to go way, way up here. I'm going to have to... That's not straight in the slightest. It's hard. It's hard from where I'm going here. The higher up I go, the more my arms like primarily because of me reaching really high. So we'll go that way, right? And then to save room, we'll just go whoop, right? So from the I'm kneeling on the floor in real life here. Go up here to Asgore's. And where we're at with Asgore's comes out like this. And to save time, so I'm not drawing the entire thing super accurate, it comes up like this. And then you go inside Asgore's area. You go inside. I'm not going to draw the entire floor plan for Asgore's. We'll do... save. Right? So we got Asgore's place. Now the main part of Asgore's is this area here where we go round and down the stairs. So we got the stairs that go round here. And the idea is we go down. So come round here, go down here, and we go to this doorway. And we go through. Right? And that's going to be shown in the video in a moment. I almost know this entire level layout by heart at this point. So here we go. I might have to speed this up, though, because of where it's actually at. Can we just... It's so depressing. Here we go. So we go down into the basement. And in the basement is where we have this really long walk. The story of the monsters being told to us. And then we come out... Oh, where is it? I think it's after Washua that we come out on the next area. Yeah. So, what we have is... We go... Oh, where's the... Oh. put that there. And then we go out here. We keep going along. We get to about here and we go up a little bit. And then turn, come out here. That's where we go out. Right? And then if I remember rightly, it's we go across, up, across, and then down to the coffin room, and up is the throne room. I just wish I could have it all on one level there, but I'd need to go and activate the other stuff or just increase my height. And before I come up with some crazy reasoning for things. Aren't you excited? Aren't you happy? You're going to be free. I'm not excited in the least because it'll mean killing Asgore, which is not good. Right, so we go this way and we go. Oh. All the way along here. Yeah. Can I just out here? Okay. And then that's gonna be the lift again. Here. Lift. Right, and then this is Judgment Hall. And then for the Judgment Hall, we've got all of this. About that. Might be actually a little bit less. We'll just do the door there. That goes up. About that much. And then we go there. Turn this way. Come down to the coffin room. And then here is the throne room. And the throne room expands outwards. And then goes up as high as I can go. And then it messes up. We got that there. Right. And we go up here, and then in here. And that's where we're going to find Asgore. So we'll do there. Throne. Oh god, this is terrible. Room. Right? And then coffin room. Coffins, most important part is that one, and then Judgment Hall. We'll just put Sands instead of Judgment Hall. Sands. Or just Ness. Map Pat. Gotta make a Map Pat reference. Where the heck is my overlay? There it is. Hey, Brisk. If killing Asgore hurts you so much, just put a gun in his hands and tell you it was self-defense. Dude, that's all kinds of messed up. No. Right, so that's what we're working with, right? Now my idea goes off this view. Where is it? All the way at the beginning. That one. If we can somehow get it to look like that, then I'll be happy, right? Now my idea at the moment is to use Sonic assets to try and make this easier on myself. So we'll just do this. New. Again, like everything else that I've done, try and make it easier on myself. So if I make if I get Sonic assets for the buildings from like the Black Knight, and I just model a couple of the bigger buildings to resemble the Black Knight style, technically that's going to be a lot easier. I've already started kind of doing that, which means I kind of have to follow that style. So my idea at the moment is that all of this stuff takes place on what looks like a battlement, right? So if we look at this from like over here, we'll just do. Okay, right. So this is where we're going to start stuff. We're actually going to just like scribble a line between this. We know where the break is, in between where the official layout is, and then my notes. So I wanted to make this kind of like battlements. So when we come up, the idea is like you have the we have the lift here. This is going to be absolutely terrible. We have the lift. That's not even on the page. Come here, dude. Right, put that there. Let's try this again. That moment where I'm literally clicking, but it's not. Ah, there we go. So we have the lift door here. Right? My idea is to have like this battlement here, so it'd be like this. And then we have this ledge underneath here. And we have this like stone section going around the outside. Right? And that's got the little elevator buttons on that tell you what floor it's at. And the idea being that this is all going to be coming out on like this area where we've got almost like the battlements on one side closer to us. All this is going to be like bricks. We got like this kind of thing going on. Right? Same with this. This is going to be like a giant tower that goes up. And then we'll have that be at the top, do the castle style thing. This is going to be so scuffed, but I don't care for the moment because it's only concept art. And then round here we can have like slightly broken staircase coming around. So we got like maybe kind of this thing going on. Right, that's kind of what I'm going for this bit. And the idea is that loops round, just keeps going. So when we get to the next bit, I know the arrow's floating in midair, but whatever. When we get to the next bit here, the idea is we kind of come around from here. That bit there might actually have as like another bit over here. So we have this, and then we can have this kind of like wooden structure almost that's hanging off the side that's got the save point on. Or something that's just attached to it. The idea is this will be like a giant wall that's just going down. This will have some support there, like a column or something. Right? Time for Moody to do map part. So then, as we go across here, this is all going to be battlements, right? And the reason why I say battlements is because I imagine when you get to New Home, there's not much talked about with all of this stuff. It just looks like the ruins, and the ruins are lots of like brick walls and things. But just the level of height and everything that we've got going on, we can definitely see down on everything else. So we have like this view. Imagine if it's like first person view, we'll do the horizon here. I'm imagining it. This is like looking over the battlement here. And the idea is Frisk walks along this way. Behind is like another big wall, which I'll go into in a moment, kind of like that. The idea is like that's going to just like carry on with the brickwork and stuff and connect these pillars together. The idea is we're going to have all these little houses and towers and stuff showing off the kingdom, the monsters. And the idea is, because we're close to the castle as well, what I want to do is have this, it kind of has smaller walls that go around the outside. I was thinking, because we're closer to the barrier, we're also closer to humans. So the idea is that there's a risk that there might be humans there. So, the monsters have like defenses basically to keep humans out. And that being like this big castle wall area. Because we hear about Asgore's castle and everything. We see one of them in Waterfall. But we never really see it properly. It's never really shown to us like a castle. So the idea is we'd be seeing that from this sort of angle, looking down. We'd see all these houses and everything. And then we'd see maybe like the stalactites and stuff. The idea is this would go round. So then we get to Asgore's bit, because this bit can just all be very similar to what I've said. You know, it's kind of like battlements. We move around, we keep going, we see all these like walls and everything else, and little bits of town and stuff. And then we keep going. Now for Asgore's bit is so much like the ruins, and I've done the ruins underground already. So I don't know whether I do something similar where I've got like this setup where we can either have Asgore's area walled off as usual, or I do something similar to New Home where, sorry, not New Home, Home, where Home is like catacombs, it's deep in the other end of the ruins. And because it reflects kind of the same geometry, I'd love to harken back to that. So to do that, we've got to have some sort of like cover going on where Asgore's place is. So what I was thinking is basically like Asgore's place, when you go towards it, is in one of the like stalactites or one of the other sort of like things from the ceiling that meet up with the floor. Because you can have like big support pillars that just like come down like that, right? And I was thinking maybe we have either a rock formation or something like that. So what we end up having is Asgore's place being like this kind of like courtyard area where you've got this bridge that goes towards it like this. And then it's a... we could have it as a high private, you know, like walled off area. That would be interesting. Like have this bridge and then have these like giant castle walls. And then have New Home kind of inside there like that. And we just walk in that way in between all the other buildings. It's kind of on its own. Almost like a keep of sorts for a castle. Or we have it, like I said, inside a rock formation where instead of this, we have like a giant rock formation like this, and then we have a little hole on the inside, and we got the bridge going that way with all the like little rampart things going on, and we go inside there. And then that would also cover up a lot of this downstairs section. Because otherwise the downstairs section is going to give me problems. It's going to give me massive problems because it's just going to look like a floating box, essentially. I'll show you what it will look like if I just do it, you know, like the map in a moment. In terms of the final walk, I can have that very similar to this, where we have it going toward the castle. But another thing that I thought of recently was this has to be the castle, this area. So if we take that, like the throne room, the coffins, and sands, that kind of has to represent the castle. And this is the huge run up towards it, where you can actually see it coming towards you a little bit more. So the idea I had was something very similar to stuff that I've already seen, where we kind of have the Judgment Hall, and if I try and get this right, we have like the main castle area. We'll just make it like this big thing for now, just a really simple thing. And we have the light coming in through the ceiling. We got, oh, why did I just start with S for castle? Castle is not spelt with S at the beginning. Boop. Ah, hit a wall there. What I was thinking with the Judgment Hall is we tack it onto the side. So you have like this thing that's just on at the side. This. And then the idea is that this would be the walk, but you're coming from this direction. Right? And the idea is that the Judgment Hall is just like tacked on there. And we can expand this area to be like castle grounds and stuff. And then from there, we can go and do like different designs for it. So for instance, if we say like, we have like this main tower on the castle, and we just put like a spire on it. And then we build off that. This way, I know this is looking absolutely crap, but it's just quick concept art to put a point across to see if people agree with it. The idea being that the Judgment Hall would then come back this way. Right? So then we could do something like, we could have that come down here. And then we can even have like these cool like features coming off, you know, like ribbed design that they've got on some Gothic architecture where it's like comes kind of out like that and then goes like this and then comes down. It's really crazy. I was looking at like a load of Gothic architecture for this kind of stuff, but it's like that. I was thinking of that for like the edge of the Judgment Hall or something. And then obviously we've got like a little area that comes down there. We've got this bit that comes from here. There's the doorway. And then we've got little bits coming off here. So I'm kind of getting there at the moment, you know, with how I'm seeing it in my head. I'm like, okay, this kind of makes sense, you know. But I don't know, like, I think it'll work well when all of this stuff is mixed in with the background. I'm not entirely sure with myself. So I mean, like, what do you guys think so far of doing this? Because I think it would be cool trying to make Asgore's home into like a keep or something. You know, it's kind of separate, but has its own grounds. It makes sense to have like all this on a giant wall that's elevated, and then maybe have like stairs here that go down towards the floor level. Because like all this here and all this on the other side is going to be city, and like over here I might put like a cliff wall, so we have like a cliff face going around to avoid anything else. But it's almost like it's going to be on its own plateau thing, and then you have stairs leading up to it. It's a little bit crazy right now, but none of that stuff looks like castle apart from like the buildings in the background. That's what threw me off originally, because I'm just like, dude, what the hell is this meant to look like? None of it looks like a castle at all. It's just interconnected rooms. Oh. So yeah, what's chat thinking? If there's anyone actually still here in chat? So I'm thinking so far that probably that idea is better for Asgore's instead of the rock face, even though that would save me some time. I might be able to do this section. If I do that like underneath a cliff or something, have like some other thing here, and then it comes out the cliff side, that'd be pretty cool. I'm like only just like I'm definitely leaning more towards this. It's kind of reminding me of Spyro. I'm only just sort of formulating the idea based off that in my head now. In Waterfall, it kind of looks like a Disney castle. It does, but the way that I've done Waterfall is, and the way that it's done in game, it's done differently because it's never explicitly told to us, or at least I don't think it is, that one in particular is Asgore's castle. Because when you think about it, you have to go through Waterfall to reach it. I mean, Waterfall, then Hotland to reach it. But the thing is, when you connect all of that together, I'm moving over here so I'm not messing around with everything. What ends up happening is, when you go through Waterfall, you go to the right of that castle anyway. You then reach Hotland and end up going up here. And when you go up, it's a completely different area. You're not actually anywhere near that other castle anymore, location-wise. So it's like, the way that I'm getting around that is by saying that that castle is another one that Asgore used to have at one point in Waterfall. And this is the main one as they moved through the underground and finally settled in New Home, like the story goes. But yeah, I think probably going for like Disney inspiration for the castle is probably going to be the best bit, and then matching all of the surroundings to it, or trying to, or getting something similar. A castle is a building with a connected rooms, as proof. Yeah, it's like, I'm gonna have to obviously do more to the map here, because like, when we enter this bit, this is definitely like castle area. Like, by this point, at the left, we've reached the castle grounds. So I'm thinking I'm gonna have to like break off different chambers here and stuff to make it at least look a little bit more like a castle. You know, and then it kind of, it makes sense to then have all those other different things like towers and things like that, and then the throne room being there. That just makes more sense that way. Maybe have like some rooms coming off to the side here, because we don't actually see if there are any windows. I could always knock some windows through there. There is a window there, but it makes no sense design-wise, primarily because there's nothing behind this. So I'd have to do something about that as well, because the barrier's over here. Unless we didn't immediately, instead of having this area here, we like knock that out completely and just have like a straight bit going up with the door to the barrier, and the idea is the barrier's light is shining through there. That would make sense. You know, I don't believe I'm stood on my tiptoes when I go to reach for that, and I just realized I have no clue where I am in 3D space. I think that's near my computer. So yeah, what I might do is, I'm just going to get video of all of this and then try and show people in the undernet later on as well. Let's just look at this now. So this is the normal layout up until the squiggly line there. Then the squiggly line is all Immersiontale notes. Just ignore the floating eraser there. But yeah. Remember, it gets squishy. What? If it gets squishy, then you're too far. What? I don't understand that proof. Anyway, it's like 4:30. I'm going to get going because I have a lot of stuff to do today. Thank you very much, everyone. I hope you enjoyed, and thanks for any feedback that you leave on this. I shall see you next time. So until then, bye!